up, people? We is back. Hey, yo, we got a good one today, y'all. I bet y'all, I'm late. I know, y'all know I'm always late. It's crazy, right? Because the day I had my live set 2 hours in advance, so I was ready, but you know how things always seem to happen or come up as soon as it's showtime. But today, y'all, we got a good one, man. We got a good one today, man. Dr. Umar Johnson. Is Dr. Umar Johnson scamming? A blogger seems to think so, man. A blogger seems to think so. I don't know what his beef is with dude, but man, people having questions about that school, man. People having questions about that school, Umar. Yeah, man, we in year 15. It's time to show and prove, Michael, what it is, man. Then we got what else we got, y'all? We got Quavo and Meg Thee Stallion. Look like they chose sides. Yo, you always gotta pay attention to these people, yo, that align themselves with these politicians, man. I'm trying to tell you, I don't trust none of them. It don't matter what side they choose, because all of them taking payment. And I don't like the fact that politicians, they don't do that. They only do that to us. I don't never see them motherfuckers align with Garth Brooks or, you know, or one of them type of cats. You know, Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, you don't never see them taking photo ops with them. But for some reason, you always got the Kanye Wests, the Sleepy Hollows, and now you got Quavo and Meg Thee Stallion. A lot of people felt some type of way about Meg Thee Stallion performance, man. Say she was on stage twerking. You know, that really wasn't the event for that. And Young Thug, you know, Young Thug trial going on right now. They still in emotions. You know, it's like they almost doing like a restart. But it got revealed today in court transcripts that it was a second ex parte meeting. What's up, Charlene, baby? Yo, so we gonna rock and roll today, y'all. But before we do that, yo, I got to address this Charleston White guy, man. And yo, shout out to the dude, what's his man, FYB Trick, FYB Trick, and scammed the nigga. He supposed to came on the live, but I ain't even set the live up the right way to where so he can come on. He might gotta do something else. Probably gotta do something else tomorrow or something, put your on, so he can explain himself. You know, FYBJ, man, one of his supporters said that FYB, what the fuck that boy name is? Forgot the boy name. But yeah, he scammed him out some money. Yo, but I gotta address Charleston White, yo. I gotta address Charleston White. Yo, we need to put together a real campaign to these guys that got these podcasts. Like, you gotta bring some real people up there. Like, you can't ask everybody. Like like I say this all the time, yo, and I stand on it. Yo, everybody can't answer every question. You know, some of these guys is not verified. You know, they're not stamped, they're not solidified to answer every question. So Sean Cotton had Charleston, and he put the video out 2 days ago. And the reason I be speaking like this is because I be telling y'all that some of these platforms are too big and these people voices are too loud. It's too loud. So the question was what Sean Cotton said to Charleston White. He said he had a conversation with Terrence Williams. And Terrence Williams said one of his homeboys, PNR Connected, what it do? Y'all share the live. I appreciate everybody hit that like button. Scott, what's up, baby? So he say, so Terrence Williams say one of his homeboys want to get out the streets. but he don't want to be judged. So Sean Cotton say, well, Charleston, do you think that's what most young black males, you think that's what they facing? You think a lot of them want to get out the streets and they just scared to be judged? Charleston White said, man, hell no. It's easy to get out the streets. All you gotta do is want to do it. Yo, that is the furthest thing from the fucking truth. And it pissed me off, yo, because that's why so many people got hatred for street guys. It's because the narrative on street guys isn't being told right. It's not being told right. Yo, one of the hardest things to do if you've been in the streets for a substantial amount of years, or been in the streets enough to where you done lost friends and that type of thing. That's not an easy thing to do, yo, to leave. That's one of the hardest things to do, yo. It's one of the hardest things to do. And not wanting to be judged, that's some weak-minded shit. It ain't about not wanting to be judged. A lot of these young boys ain't never seen nobody make it out. They don't know where to start. Like, yo, it is so hard when you in certain environments. And that's what pissed me off when it came down to Sean Cotton and him asking Charleston White that. Like, how you gonna ask a non-street guy, is it hard to get out the streets? Like, you can't ask that question. That's what I'm saying. Everybody can't answer every question, yo. Like, some people, they don't got the credentials. They don't have the credentials. Charleston White admittedly said he was a good kid trying to be down. He ain't had no business doing what he did as a juvenile. This ain't no person that was knee deep in the streets, out here committing crime after crime and still stealing cars and police chases and a lot of dead friends. Nah, man, this ain't that. You can't ask that man that type of question, man, because he's not going to give you the answer. He's going to give you is not going to be correct. And like I say, it keeps the hatred of a particular segment of our community. It keeps one segment of the community hating the other segment, because in their mind, that's what they think. Oh man, all you gotta do is want to leave. No, yo, it ain't that fucking simple, man. It's a lot of niggas wake up every day wanting to leave, but they don't know how to leave. For one, you gotta have money to leave. That's first and foremost. You gotta have money to leave. You gotta leave people, places, and things. How many people got that? That's trapped in that mindset. Because it's a mindset and it's the environment. So for him, to tell that to 375,000 people, yo, that was irresponsible, man. That was irresponsible on Charleston White behalf, and Sean Cotton for asking that nigga that shit, because he don't know. He don't know. And that's why I say, yo, that's what creates the hate. When you got non-street guys looking at guys in the streets like, man, well, that's just your decision. You can easily get out. Man, fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, yo. You can't easily get out, yo. It's not that simple, yo. Cause first sign of things getting rough, nigga gonna go with what they know. That's human nature. That's human nature. It's like if you motherfucking, if you trap a motherfucking dog in the corner, that bitch gonna bite. Human nature is when things get tough, you're gonna go back to what you know. So you could have been working, doing fine for 10 years straight. Now you 2 months behind in bills. Man, next thing you know, you right back in it. You right back in it. Full blast. Because this is what you know. This is how you, this is one thing that ain't never let you down. And it pissed me off, yo, to see yo say that, yo, and to know his reach. And he speak with so much conviction. So people automatically believe him. But he be dead wrong. A lot of the times. Be dead wrong. Especially when he talking about, yo, stop asking that nigga about the streets, y'all. Don't ask why so Woody about politics, my nigga. Don't act like, yo, everybody, like, yo, if you bringing a character on that bitch, ask that nigga character questions. Whatever the fuck that is. Don't ask that nigga real questions that deserve real answers. Because you're not getting nothing authentic. You're not getting the truth. I thought 2024, yo, was the year of the truth, man. I thought 2024 was the year of the truth. Man, what it is, Pat? What it is, 507? I think that's what it said. I'm driving. Yeah, though, man, but yo, that really bothered me. Y'all say, damn, yo, really just said that to 375,000 people. Like, yo, as long as niggas think like that, yo, we gonna forever be separated, y'all. We ain't strong enough. It's not enough of us to be separated. Like, nobody has to agree, you know. I say this shit even in my relationship. You ain't gotta agree. I ain't gotta agree. But we do have to understand. And when you got people like Charleston White talking like that, people will never understand because they're not getting the truth. That man sat there and said it was easy. It's easy. Like it's a piece of cake. Wake up one morning and say, you know what? Man, I'm tired of this street shit. You know, I'm ready to go get a job, move. You know what I mean? Nah, yo. Shit ain't that fucking simple, man. A lot of these young niggas be traumatized. Like I say, yo, they don't even know where to start. They don't even know where to start, man. And everybody get to that point. Cause like I said, you know, it's only fun when you're young. But as you get older, everybody get to that point where it's like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. I wanna make a change. But if you ain't never seen nobody make a change, everybody you know lived and died in this shit, then where do you start? Where do you start? Especially if you ain't got nobody, ain't no good people in your corner. Like, yo, that was very irresponsible of Charleston White to say that. Very irresponsible. And I just be glad when people realize, yo, you can't ask anybody any question. Can't do that, yo. I done seen niggas bring wild niggas up there, you know, characters, and ask them niggas about politics. That was like when the lady asked Lil Wayne about the black community. Can't ask that nigga no shit like that. That nigga don't think like that. Everybody not fit for that shit, man. That's how I be. That's all I be feeling, man. Yeah, Cash, they built the crash out. Right. The years built the crash out because that's what's being promoted to them. But even with them being built to crash out, yo, as they get older, like I was talking about Julio Fulio, what the nigga mother said the same thing I said. That nigga, yo, you become like with the drill shit, you become a prisoner of your music. You don't want to keep dissing the dead, but that's what your fans want to listen to. It's the same concept. This is what's paying you. This is what your fans want to hear. So I can't just wake up and say, man, fuck that, I ain't dissing the dead no more. When I done built my whole career off dissing the dead. Now my motherfucking money gonna be affected. Now you can do that, yo, but you know, that's a tough decision to make, yo. Most people gonna say, man, fuck it, I might as well just go with the flow. I might as well keep dissing until these niggas kill me, man. Straight up. But you can't sit there and say, yo, it's easy to leave, yo. Like that shit just that cut and dry. Like, even if you decide to leave, What if you did shit to people? So they just gonna let you out too? I mean, the niggas you been beefing with, they just gonna say, oh no, you know, he a civilian now, bro. He ain't, you know, he changed his life. Man, fuck no. Niggas gonna push this shit back if you did something wrong to one of them people, man. That's why it's best to never get involved in it. It's never get involved in it. The only way in every city is different. It really depends on your city. Like in a city like Baltimore, yo, where it's crime infested, drugs everywhere. Man, this shit right outside your fucking window, man. This shit right outside your window. And like I say, yo, you gotta have money. You can't do shit if you ain't got no money. Like I say, you around the same people. If you gotta get away from the people. First and foremost, you gotta get away from the people. You gotta change your environment. That's what makes it so hard. Like it's a lot of moving factors with this. But he just spit it like it was just cut and dry. Like you could just say, you know what, I'm done. No, man, hell no. If that was the case, everybody would be doing it. Everybody 27 and up would be doing it. Because by that point, it becomes tiring. Now, I ain't saying everybody literally, figuratively. It'd be a lot more people. It'd be a lot more people saying, man, I'm done with this shit, man. Like I told y'all a million times, yo, once the streets get a child, yo, all you can do is pray for him, my nigga. You think I would say something like that if it was just that simple to just walk away? All you can do is pray for him. Because the streets going to give him back when the streets is done with him. Him or her. That's why it's best to never even make that shit seem like it's fun. Never even glamorize it at all. Yeah, but that pissed me off, yo. I had to go on a little rant about that, yo, because, yo, that shit, yo, it's so irresponsible. It's so irresponsible, when you know your voice touch millions. And it's okay with saying, you know, I ain't really too adverse with that, Sean. You know, that might be a question for somebody else. But a lot of times these guys, they wanna create this perception like they know it all and they got all the answers, yo, but they don't. They don't. You can't ask a nigga that ain't never been knee deep in the streets how easy it is, how hard it is to leave. And you can ask Terrence Williams that, even though he left dishonorable, but he can give you a better answer. That's why you see he didn't respond. He didn't say it was just that simple. Because being judged and peer pressure do play a role, but it's way more moving factors than just peer pressure. Way more. Like that might be the least of your worries. Even if in your mind that's the most. Exactly, bro. You gotta change people, places, and things, bro. But if you living in poverty, how can you do that? If you living in poverty, how can you do that? Especially if you don't have no motherfucking no real family that's gonna rock out with you. You know, some people living like that. They ain't got no outlets. They ain't got nobody they can go to. Shit crazy. I had to leave these dogs in the car, yo. I do this video. Yeah, but yeah, though, y'all. So, yeah, y'all gonna have to camp out in here for a minute. Alright, hold up, y'all. Make sure I got all my stuff. Yeah, y'all not getting out yet. Y'all got to wait for me. And I ain't ready to go in. Not ready to go in. I'm about to sit back and chill. Right. That's what I'm saying, Cash. Like, how can he say that? How can you say that, but then say the streets is undefeated? Like, you can't. Both things can't be true. You feel me? You nigga can't say it's easy to leave, and then turn around and say the streets is undefeated. Yo, nah. I agree the streets is undefeated. A lot of times, nigga, it takes something drastic. That's why people say prison changed people. It's not the fact that nigga going to prison. It's the fact that you getting away. You getting away. A lot of times, in some of these communities, you can't even get a clear head. Too much going on. You're in the belly of the beast. No, see, Baltimore Cash, you can't just say it's choice. You can't just, because niggas' options be limited. It is choice, but how many choices do you really have? It ain't like it's a plethora of choices for some people. You might got one or two choices, and both them motherfuckers is not really good decisions, but you're going to have to take one path. It's not really about choice, y'all. It's not. All right, we good now. So let's get back to the regular schedule program. He said, I'm in the city as well. These youngers is unorthodox. Yeah, because they're not getting fed nothing. No home, no structure, bro. These dudes mimic what they see. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by you can't say it's easy when a lot of these kids growing up, they never seen nobody make it out. They don't even know where to start. What you mean make it out? Everybody I know lived and died here. Some of these niggas never even left off the block. Make it out. Man, nigga ain't thinking about, man, making it out and leaving the streets. For some of these young niggas, mine is so far out of the realm, they don't even think about it. By the time they start thinking about it, it's too late. Nigga be 35. Man, hell yeah, man. You right, T-Mac. You really gotta go out on a limb, yo. You really gotta go out on a limb. It's real though. I just ain't like the fact that he minimized it. He minimized it that way. Like, man, it's easy to get out the street because it's so many people that think that. And when you say that, not knowing, you feel me? You say that, but you don't really know. But you feeding the ignorant mind to the people that already think that. Now when they go outside and they see these young boys, they thinking, oh, they just wasting their life. No, hell no, a lot of them just misguided. They ain't wasting their life. They misguided, and they just don't know how to get out. And everybody get to the point where they want out. Everybody get to the point where they want out. But if you never seen nobody make it out, yo, it just make it that much harder. But to chalk it up, I'm not saying it's impossible. But to chalk it up is easy was irresponsible. Very irresponsible. And these podcasters gotta be mindful. Like, yo, you gotta know who you talking to. You feel me? Know who you talking to. Know what questions that you can get the best out of them on. And you can't ask Charleston White questions about the streets because Charleston White never been a street guy. He done admitted it. He had a great life growing up. He never struggled. So how can you ask a person that never struggled, is it easy to leave the streets? Can't do that, bro. can't do that. That was irresponsible. So, but let me show y'all what's going on right now with Dr. Umar Johnson. Suddy Nash. YouTuber Suddy Nash. I don't know what his beef with Umar Johnson is, but this is what he posted today. This is what he posted. Hold on.
I want to show you something. Because you talk about what have black politicians, white politicians, and America, and all these other individuals who either happen to be one color or the other and all this stuff, what have they done for black people? I want to show the world how you scammed black people. Watch this. Oh man, Umar, you look nice right there, bro. Look at this, Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. This is your school, isn't it? This is school that you have taken all that money for just to build. Can I ask you something, Umar Johnson? When you gonna open these up? I'm sorry, Dr. Umar. Let's get right back into it. That's the academy right there, people. I want y'all to get on Umar's heels about that BS that he just gave y'all. Because at the end of the day, that's the Marcus Garvey Academy that you've been bragging about? Yeah, no. I'm sorry. That ain't it, bruh. We gonna need more answers or give us our money back because you've been stealing from us, Mr. Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Now look, right. I find it ironic that Suddy Nash, out of all people, is calling out Dr. Umar Johnson. But he do bring up a good point. Dr. Umar Johnson been out for a very long time now, yo. I would say probably at least 10 years. Ever since he been out, he been calling for donations to build this school. Now, 4 or 5 years ago, this was my excuse for him. You know, he probably came into it blindly. You know, he asked for a certain amount of money, not knowing, you know, how much everything was going to cost, and he kind of got in over his head. Now, when you go to his platform and he speak about the school, he said the school should be opened up this year. I think that's what he said. Don't quote me on that. If y'all watch him, when he said that school supposed to be opening up. Now, you looked at, y'all probably couldn't see it that clearly, but that school still looks like a ran down school. Now, I don't know whoever gave him them pictures. I don't know if they just took pictures of the worst sides of the school and, you know, trying to paint a narrative. But at the end of the day, I take issue with some of the things that Dr. Umar Johnson say when he speak about all African people. Because in my life and in my experiences, all African people is not rocking with the American black. So I just find it strange that he pushes that, you know. I find, because I don't think we got a whole lot of allies, you know. Not like, yeah, of course there's gonna be pockets of everybody, you know, that's how it is. But when he gets to talking about this all African people thing and, you know, we all one race and we all, no, that's not like that. We don't have no connection to them, yo, and it shows. It shows globally. But when it comes down to the school, he had been asked for money for that school for a long time, man. So you would have thought that by now he'd have been further along. So it was like, Umar, what the fuck is going on? You taking pictures with Sukiyana? I mean, you flaunting in town with Sukiyana, taking pictures with her? I'm starting to believe that Dr. Umar Johnson is one of them guys who was given to us. I think he's one of them guys that's given to us, man. I don't think he's organic. I don't think he's grassroots. And this ain't got nothing to do with Sadie Nash, you know, because I think Sadie Nash is a fucking bozo. But I don't think Umar Johnson is. I don't think he that. I don't think he. I think he does a lot of talking. He makes it sound real good, but he don't really give a fuck for real. I mean, he don't really give a fuck for real. Like he talking about he taking over the reparations movement, and it's like, yo, nobody needs you to do that, man. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, PNR. Yeah, Charlene, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, shit starting to not add up. Like I don't know if you know it might be some better pictures of the school, you know, some more detailed pictures of the school. But yo, come on now, 10 years, bro. Like I get it, you know, he's saying he trying to do it, he ain't trying to take no funding from none of these people. And I seen a while ago he showed that they was doing work on the school, but it's looking like he just do that just to keep the money coming in, and the school is never going to open up. Niggas need answers, Umar. Fuck is going on? Like niggas need a real date. You know what I mean? Niggas need a real date. You need to bring some people. You need to bring some people on the tour. You know, so niggas know what the fuck going on. Niggas say, yeah, the bag from. Straight up, niggas need to know what the fuck going on, man. I ain't no Tyreek guy museum. You say he spent the donations? He probably did, man. I'm sure he did after all this time. After all this time, I'm sure he spent the donation. I just don't believe, y'all. I just don't believe no more that I don't think he's organic, y'all. I used to think he was organic. Now, don't get me wrong. I never discredit everything he say, but his core focus or his core what he's centered around of this all African people thing. Nah, yo. That's not what it is, yo, because that's not how we treat it. You feel me? When them motherfuckers come over to the country, they be siding with the other side. They treat us worse than some. You feel me? Especially when you get locked up. And I told you, I've talked to some of these people. I talked to one person, and he told me that they think that when over there, they think we need to get over slavery. They think we need to get over slavery. And it's just like, damn. That's crazy coming from supposed to be the motherland. How you gonna say that? But that just goes into them not really knowing what's going on over here and how we've been treated over here. Like over there, they get painted a picture of America's this great place, it's land of opportunity, home of the free, you know, the shit that's promoted. But they don't understand that, yo, our experience over here is different than y'all experience listening to what's over here, then coming over here. It's totally different, y'all. We've been marginalized and disenfranchised over this bitch for a motherfucking 100 years. But you would think that since we are the same hue, you would think that they would, you know, I ain't gonna say sympathize with us, but they will understand us better. But it's like they don't, and it's like they care not to. So for Umar, and Umar's a smart guy, you feel me? So you would think that he know this. That's why it's strange to me that he's pushing this all-in-one thing. I think that shit's strange, man. You say he looking like the guy with the Black Wall Street, that so-called black house. Man, suit the Tariq machine. Alright, so Naeem said, I went by the school in June. It's in the hood and has the windows covered because people kept breaking them. Alright, so Naeem, what's going on, man? Alright, so Naeem, how do you feel about it? You who went by the school, do you think it's any progress? Right. Exactly, Charlene. Their experience is definitely different when they come here. It's definitely different. So it keeps them in that mindset like Americans lazy. They could be racy. They could be. But he need to voice that. He need to voice that. Hey Naeem, you still here? Right, Bullfrog. Like they don't recognize us, man. That's my problem with his message, yo. And he gotta know that. He's smarter than me. At least he act like it. He gotta know that. So why push it? It looks better than it used to look. The school is a whole block, and what I can see is at least it exists. I think you're right about him being okay. So you think that's more along the lines of you think it's more along the lines of he came in with good intentions and he just got over his head. He underpriced it. He probably thought it was gonna be 5 million and come to find out it's 15 million. So if that's the case, what's next? If Umar, so that we can run with that, if Umar Johnson was over his head, right? He didn't got all this money from these people. How do we fix it? How do we fix it? You said it costs tens of thousands just to figure out if it's going to be a good investment or not. I can dig it. So what's next for him? Do he keep? Should he just stop talking about it? Should he put the pedal to the metal and keep pushing it? Because it comes to a point like niggas can't be waiting 20 years for the school, Umar. You feel me? By then, the people that fucking invested in it, that wanted their kids to go to it, they gonna be already out of school. Well, dope, what it is. Yeah, yo, and that's what I'm saying, yo. Like, I don't want to call a man a con artist or scam artist. I don't think he's organic. I'm standing on that because he say some of the wildest things on the internet that ain't everybody not gonna get away with. But maybe his intentions was pure, he just got in over his head. I think his pride is preventing him from actually coming out and admitting that it's more than what he thought. The annex didn't help his case either. The mission is lost in the jokes. So basically he just stuck then. He's stuck. But yo, he gotta say something, yo. What you say? He said, I think they are the lazy ones. Yeah, they do multiple jobs, but they really don't be working. Man, paying all connected, yo, you already know, man. Exactly. You can't even go to certain parts of Cuba. Exactly. So that's the so y'all see what I'm saying about his message. That message is flawed. It's flawed, man. It's like, yo, if you're not preaching American black, like, yo, you really ain't, like, I can't get behind that, yo. And I used to be fully behind it until I learned different, and I realized, like, man, these niggas don't fuck with us. You feel me? Even some of the Spanish blacks. That's why he always make that caveat when he say that. But you have to identify as an African full time, because some of them, they say that, you look on their driver's license, it say white, Caucasian, or whatever it say. It don't say African. It don't say black. That is more than he thought. But he act like he trying to get the pressure on. But it's like he too focused on being on the internet. So basically, you think the internet is you think clout got in the way. My man Pid All Connected said that man stealing, man. Hey. Yeah, he do speak at the people a lot. He definitely speak at the people a lot. Like, I done seen him block motherfuckers and shit like that for even having things to say about the school. You know, if you're gonna be for the people, we'll make it open discussion. You can't you gotta be able to take criticism, especially when people spending their money. Like yo, he done probably made. I know I can't remember what the first, what he was saying that he wanted at first, but I know he made at least $5 million. I'm sure he made at least $5 million, y'all. It just looked like he just brought the building and just started on a little bit of construction. But yo, he got to do something, y'all. So look, do we have to give people their money back? Hey, Charlene, funny as shit. Yeah, yo, because yo, it get to a point where it's like, all right, Umar, we tried, yo. Niggas got behind you. You know, people donated. What's next? You know, like yo, I mean, you ain't got a lifetime. Shit, you out this bitch getting older and older. That nigga might die before that school get up. Hey, Raisky, I'm glad you brought that up. So that's actually what made me do that. That's actually what made me speak about this. Now I don't know if he was real in them comments, but that's exactly what the dude said. I meant to send it to my phone. Dude said that he asked Umar. Said Umar was talking about it was a fire at the school. Damn, I'm glad you brought that up, Raisky. We probably talking about the same comment. Umar said it was a fire at the school, and he needed X amount of dollars, to pay for the damages. So dude say, like I said, I don't know if this real or not, but it brought up a good point. So dude say, all right, Umar, how much is it gonna cost us to get insurance for the building? The nigga said Umar blocked him. He said, man, I'm dead serious. This is what happened to me. That nigga blocked me and yeah, he just straight blocked me. I thought that was strange. I don't know, Naeem. Right, Charlene, you see what I'm saying? That is strange. You would think you would insure the building first. That way, even if people start stealing, you have that shit. You have that. You have insurance that'll cover some of the things in the building. Yeah, Racy. I figured that was that comment. That's the comment that inspired me to put his name in the title. So I'm like, whoa, damn, Umar, that's how you rocking? Cause like Charlene said, why the fuck wouldn't he have insurance? Why would he have insurance? If it's a non-profit, he only has to put up 5% toward the project. And see, that's the thing, All Connected. He's saying that he don't wanna he said he don't wanna deal with nobody like that. He said he wanna do everything grassroots. But that could just be the ploy for it to take forever. That could have just been a ploy to say I want to do anything grassroots, because saying that it's gonna take years. So that could have just been his way to buy time, so he can steal for 20 years. Like cause we can't be waiting 20 years on the school, y'all. Can't be waiting 20 years, Umar. Like niggas really gotta get that man a real time limit. You out this bitch going state to state on other people's money, going country to country. You always brag about how many countries you've been to, doing all this public speaking. But where the fuck is the school, my nigga? Don't forget about the school, y'all. Like my man said, it look like he getting lost in the internet. Jeff, that is how he be doing it. That is how he be. Nigga said, I dare you question me. Like, it is how he be. Hey, yo, Umar, a wild ass nigga, man. I actually wanted to sit down and talk to Umar a while ago. Yo, but then we got, yo, have y'all seen, what's up, Mo B? Have y'all seen Donald Trump Yo, Donald Trump is a fucking comedian, man. I started not to put his name in the title because y'all see how low the numbers is. You know, whenever I put certain people's name in the title, yo, they gonna make sure the numbers as low as possible. It's crazy. So look. What the fuck? Donald Trump sat down with the National Women's Journalist. I think that's what they call. What they call. And that man put on a fucking show. I wanted to talk about Mav Hartford too, y'all.
It was appropriate for you to be here today. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today.
Yeah.
A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true.
Fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including
Hey, Charlie, you funny as shit.
Opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs
Hey, yo, it's
ever
a come up for y'all funny
black
as
workers
shit, man.
and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and you know, and I say this. Historically, black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was fake news network, a terrible network. My opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
you
it's
to
a
answer the
very
question
nasty
on your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe that
answered the
black
question.
voters trust you with another
I have
4
been
years.
the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Yo, that Abraham Lincoln thing. Yo, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves so we can fight in the war, yo. Like, they try to present it like he did it, he freed the slaves because it was the right thing to do and he thought it was unethical. No, man, he just needed motherfuckers to fight in that war.
Opponent be here.
The fuck? Yeah, this internet connection is the worst.
Turned out my opponent. I question.
Trust you with another 4
I
years.
have been the best president for the black population.
That Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman.
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
But you know
identified as
what?
a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think
that she is
somebody should look into that too when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some
I
Republicans
really
have
don't know.
said?
I mean, I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty.
That Vice President Kamala Harris
Hey, yo.
is only only on the
The
ticket.
nigga said, the nigga says, she just turned black 5 years ago. Like, Donald Trump is fucking hilarious, man. That shit was fucking. He is telling the truth, yo. And he getting. See, that's the thing, y'all, about that. He get a lot of backlash for telling the truth. Just because he not politically, he don't speak politics. That nigga speak business. And that has been the thing. And other people have said that. Joe Brown said it. I'm going to take y'all to what Joe Brown said. Joe Brown can't stand her. I think he might have had some run-ins with her, because he was a judge in California. She was a prosecutor. Y'all know they be having tense relationships sometimes. But he can't stand her. But that's valid. You feel me? People cannot like how he said it, but it's valid. But the most important part, and the reason why I even played that, is because, are y'all familiar with the journalist? She used to be on ESPN. Her name April Ryan. April Ryan was highly upset that the woman's journalist allowed Donald Trump to get up there and speak. Look, and this is what what's this?
July 4th weekend.
And this, let me show y'all what she had to say, y'all. And I think this is the problem. And I think anybody that speaks like this, we need to exile her. And she from Baltimore too, yo, so it hurt me to say this. But she say from 2017, NABJ Journalist of the Year, the report of attacks on black women, White House correspondents by then President of the United States are not myth or conjecture, but fact. To have a presumed orchestrated session with the former president is an affront to what the organization stands for and a slap in the face to the black women journalists who had to protect themselves from the wrath of a Republican presidential nominee who is promoting an authoritarian agenda that plans to destroy this nation and her democracy with his Project 2025. I object to this NABJ session with Donald Trump in Chicago. So Donald Trump sat down with a group of black women journalists, right? April Ryan, I think that's her name. I don't want to get it right. I think it's April Ryan. April Ryan take issue with this. But this is the major problem in our community. What we gotta understand, is people that's voting. We have to be willing to sit down and it really don't matter who wins. You understand what I'm saying? We need to be able to sit down with whoever wins. If it's Donald Trump, if it's Cornel West, if it's Kamala Harris, we need to be willing to sit down with both sides. But it's like the Democrats and certain people that support the Democratic Party, it's pushing that we don't even need to talk to them. But that's not how it's supposed to go, because these people, if y'all notice it goes Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. That's how the shit goes. Now either the nominee or the elect is gonna get 8 years or 4. But it always go back and forth. It's very seldom you get a Democrat that'll run a country for 4 to 12 years. It's rare. So if we not sitting down with the Republican Party, whoever it is, Donald Trump or whoever, if we not willing to sit down with them and voice our needs and the things that we think that they need to offer us and stand on, to improve our community, then we just wasted 4 to 8 years. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So April Ryan, being who she is and being involved in politics for so long, is dead wrong. So she said he shouldn't even been invited. Man, I salute them women for bringing him up there. Regardless if they ain't disagree with him or not, you still got to get a man a chance to speak, and he still have to answer questions. He still have to answer questions. Now, Kamala Harris.
Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman.
Well, I can say.
Kamala Harris also has some things going on.
Sonia Massey, someone from
This is what he said about Sonia
black
Massey.
woman was shot the other day in her home by a deputy sheriff. The deputy has since been charged with murder. You've said police would get immunity from prosecution if you win. Why should someone like that
I
officer
agree,
have
I agree,
immunity, in your opinion?
Golden Boy.
Community?
Immunity.
I don't know the exact case, but I saw something, and it didn't look good to me. It didn't look good to me. Are you talking with the water, right?
Yeah, well, police unions are not backing this person either.
Okay.
But again,
Are they going to be charging the officer? I guess they're charging the officer.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not. I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. I'm talking about people that are much different cases than that. We need people to protect ourselves. And by the way, in Chicago, as an example, a few weeks ago, July 4th weekend, they had 117 shootings and 17 deaths. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
So, can you get a little more specific back to the immunity question?
Man,
Who would make those
Well, right now, for the most part, people are protected by their unions, by their police unions, or by their police departments. But I'm saying if I felt, or if a group of people would feel that somebody was being unfairly prosecuted because the person did a good job maybe with crime, or made a mistake, an innocent mistake. There's a big difference between being a bad person and making an innocent mistake. But if somebody made an innocent mistake, I would want to help that person.
What would those exceptions be? What would determine an innocent mistake?
You go after somebody and it's a very close.
Yeah, I don't know what an innocent mistake is. You know, that Sonya Massey shit was egregious. But the media is trying to push this narrative with that question. Y'all heard his answer. They trying to push this narrative like he said he was going to get that officer immunity. That's not what he had. That's not what he said. He said that shit was egregious. That shit was bad. You feel me? But let me tell y'all something, yo. Police officers always had immunity. Google is called qualified immunity. Police officers, that's why whenever they do these shootings, you can't sue them. You can sue the force, you can sue the state, but you can't sue the police. A lot of times their records, you know, like their incident reports is sealed, so the public can't see that. That's why police are able to go from district and district and district. Whole time they committed all these, had all these infractions. So it's like, yo, they pushing that, you know, he trying to seek immunity for officers, yo, but they already got immunity. It's called qualified immunity. Look it up.
And it's very dangerous. Judge Glanville.
Now Megan Thee Stallion is facing backlash. Kamala Harris is facing backlash because Megan Thee Stallion performed at her I don't know what you want to call it. She had some type of speech, and Megan Thee Stallion was up there shaking ass. She was up there shaking ass, man. I'm talking about shaking the shit out of her ass. You heard me? New video shows Sonya Massey actually throwing steaming hot water bottle at police officers. Oh my God. I don't even want to see that. Rafer Evans has been released from prison. Wow. 1 hour ago.
Better than ever. I'm back better than ever.
Rafer Evans, y'all.
I'm back better than ever. I'm back better than ever.
That's serious.
Megan, why was you on that stage twerking? I know I love
Now,
Megan.
Megan Thee
That's my
Stallion
girl,
was
and I
twerking.
will stand on business when it comes to her. Girl, you was on that presidential stage twerking.
This is my
girl.
thing, yo. Like, we ain't even gotta see that. This is my thing. Yo, we don't need rappers and entertainers aligning themselves with politicians. Like, yo, that's like the fucking highest form of symbolism. Like, yo, that is so disrespectful to black people. And politicians on both sides show their lack of respect for black people every time they align themselves with a rapper. Every time they align themselves with a fucking actor. It's like, yo, we don't need none of that. And I don't even, and for the people that do that, like I said, Quavo and Megan Thee Stallion is the latest that aligned themselves with Kamala Harris. I think them motherfuckers need to be motherfucking put out the community. Because you selling this, yo. Like, yo, Kamala Harris haven't offered black people not one thing yet. Why the fuck is y'all taking all these photo ops with this woman? She ain't offered us nothing yet. And it's disrespectful to think that all I gotta do is take a picture with Quavo, have Megan Thee Stallion perform at my concert, and black people gonna vote for me. Yo, that's disrespectful as a motherfucker, yo. Yeah, they think we stupid, Noriega. They think we stupid, yo. But we gotta start holding the people accountable that decide. Yo, cause shout out to Cardi B. Cardi B said she not doing that shit no more. She did it the last election. She said she ain't doing that shit no more, man, because she seen the play. She seen what it was. She seen that she was used. And it's like you got somebody as big as Cardi B. I'm sure Megan Thee Stallion seen it. I'm sure Quavo seen it, but they still decided to align themselves with this woman, and this woman ain't offer us nothing. Man, fuck both of them. Straight up. That's how I feel about that. And anybody else that does that, yo. Anybody else that does that, yo. If they're not offering us nothing, yo, why you taking pictures with them, yo, thinking that my fans or my support is gonna support you? No, yo, we smarter than that. This ain't the year 2000, yo. It's 2024, yo. We smarter than that. It's either you giving us something, or we ain't coming out. You feel me? It's either you giving us something, or we switching parties. You know what I mean? We going to the people that is offering us something, y'all. And that's how we gotta be, y'all. Like I said, I think people need to vote independent. Fuck that, y'all. Nobody should be aligned to a particular party their whole fucking life. When times change, fucking rules change, laws change. No, man, we gotta change too. Straight up, we gotta change too. And then you got YSL, man. YSL was back in court today. YSL was back in court today. I want y'all to listen to what happened. I want y'all to listen to what happened. It was just discovered that it was another ex parte meeting. Yo, I think it's an ex parte meeting on me on YouTube. These niggas is having ex parte meetings. These niggas linking up, y'all, having ex parte meetings, y'all, about me, y'all, without me being present. Niggas block me out there, chat and shit. I think that's what's going on, y'all. Niggas out this bitch really having ex parte meetings. Niggas out of order. But look what happened at court today. I'm trying to hurry up, y'all, cause I gotta get these dogs out the car. I got the windows open and shit. Y'all don't forget to support the platform. Y'all don't forget to donate to the platform if you enjoy the content, man. We rocking with the message, man. Show some support, y'all. You know, we only keeping it real. It's probably the only page you're gonna get that. It's probably the only page. Yeah, it all connected. That's why I said what Thug needed to do. That was a bad move. It's probably too late now. They should ask for a change of venue.
At no point, when the court finally acknowledged that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th, at no point did the court or the state at that point acknowledge, oh, by the way, there was another ex parte meeting that occurred on June 7th. We sat there after finding out about one ex parte meeting and having to drag the truth out. We sat there and the state and their co-conspirator, the trial court, were silent about the first ex parte meeting that happened on June 7th. What happened in that meeting on June 7th? The state went in and disparaged defense counsel. The state, with no one else there, trashed a fellow member of the bar, Mr. Melnick, trashed another fellow member of the bar, Caleb Bumpus, presumed the guilt of all these individuals, including my client, Shannon Stillwell, and all but accused.
Okay, I'm back.
Myself and Mr. Steele of being co-conspirators in his YSL enterprise.
I'm
And
voting
the
for
judge
Trending
agreed.
Sports.
And the judge said in
Sport
his ex parte
cards,
meeting,
man.
yes, I've observed these things. The judge presumed the guilt of all the defendants. The judge presumed the guilt of myself and co-counsel, Mr. Steele. And all this, people have been saying to me throughout this whole trial, why does Judge Glanville have it out for you? And it never made sense. And I don't assume bad motives of anyone. Why did Judge Glanville, when you did nothing wrong, try to throw you in jail? Accuse you of cussing him out in open court when you didn't do anything? Why does he always tell you, yell at you, tell you to sit down and be quiet? Why does he cut you off at every opportunity? Why did he try to throw Brian Steele in jail for 20 days for doing what was right? And I didn't have an answer. And then yesterday I received, and I appreciate that, Judge. I appreciate someone finally being open about what's going on here. And I received a transcript. And in that transcript, the trial judge, myself and Mr. Steele, of being co-conspirators in his YSL enterprise. And the judge agreed. And the judge said in his ex parte meeting, yes, I've observed these things.
Oh, shit.
The judge presumed the guilt of all the defendants. The judge presumed the guilt of myself and co-counsel, Mr. Steele. And all this, people have been saying to me throughout this whole trial, why does Judge Glanville have it out for you? And it never made sense. And I don't assume bad motives of anyone. Why did Judge Glanville, when you did nothing wrong, try to throw you in jail? Accuse you of cussing him out in open court when you didn't do anything? Why does he always tell you, yell at you, tell you to sit down? It's not only assuming the guilt of my client, but it's assuming the guilt of me and my friend Mr. Steele.
Yeah, that's serious, y'all.
This is gross. This is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
But it's all starting to make sense. It clicked when I read that transcript last night. This is not okay. Nothing about this is okay. These gentlemen have a right to a fair and impartial judge. And I appreciate the fact that you are going to be a fair and impartial judge. But the reality, Judge, is that they don't have a right to a fair and impartial judge starting on witness 76 of a trial after 9 months or whatever it is.
That's true.
They have the right to a fair and impartial judge from the beginning.
And
this is absolutely gross and disgusting. And the bottom line is, there's a lot more discussions that need to be had about this. But the bottom line is, if you ask me, do we need to revisit the rulings of the judge who sits in chambers secretly and talks to the other side and says, yes, I've been observing this. I've been observing this about what's going on in trial. It's not.
Hey, yo, that is dirty work, y'all.
It's not only assuming the guilt of my client. The judge that says, not only I'm going to meet with you on Friday and on Monday, but if we need to talk during the weekend, yeah, we can do that. The judge that suggests handing Mr. Copeland a list of questions. Do we need to revisit those rulings? Absolutely, we need to revisit those rulings. We need to revisit everything. This is broken, and it's not okay. It's not okay. It's offensive. It's not your fault, Judge. You didn't do this. I'm not trying to raise my voice at you. I'm heated right now.
I can tell.
My head seems to be coming off my bald head all night. Nothing about this is okay. Yes, we need to revisit everything. That's my stance.
Okay, thank you. And I'd also like to thank Your Honor for the reminder regarding professionalism. I was going to ask that the court require that we all adhere to that. Being called co-conspirators is not something that I would expect to occur, no more than I would expect
that's
to.
crazy. The judge called them niggas co-conspirators.
So I'd ask that that all sides be required to adhere to the court's admonition. Okay, well, again, the transcript will reflect what was actually said in there, and there are some
allegations that if I were an attorney and it were leveled against me, I mean, I am an attorney, but you know what I mean, practicing in a case, I would be a little hot under the collar as well.
I ain't never heard this, y'all.
Y'all had potentially legitimate concerns. I don't honestly at this point right now need to rehash all of that. I'd also like to thank Your Honor for the reminder.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, the judge called Attorney Adams and Attorney Steele co-conspirators of YSL. Yo, if they don't start this case over, I told y'all, and I think Brian Steele and them dropped the ball. Along with that motion to get him recused, they should have filed a motion to change venue. Change the venue, y'all. That's what they should have did. Now, they probably can still do it, but it's not going to hit the same. It ain't going to hit the same if they would have did it along with the motion to recuse Judge Glanville. Because they could have ruled on both of them at the same time. It'd have been like it was perfect time, and it went hand to hand. Damn. That's wild, man. What's up, Oscar? How you feeling, bro? You still working up that motherfucker? Man, yeah, Thug being done wrong. Charlene Thug ain't even got nothing to do with this shit. He don't have anything to do with it. They playing politics with him, man. Everybody trying to get a promotion. Everybody. You go back to the first video when I really started learning. After I read the paperwork and trial started, I've been saying this since the beginning. You know, my stances don't be changing like these other niggas. Well, most of the time, whatever I say, I stand on. I say probably 95% of the time. Man, yeah, what's being done to Young Thug right now is criminal. It's criminal. They're not trying to give him a bail. He going on 3 years in there. They have next to no evidence against him personally, but they still holding him in there. But I told y'all it's Young Thug's fault. It's Young Thug's fault, man, because Young Thug didn't know how to separate himself from the guys committing the crimes. He used the guys. He used them when he needed them, but he didn't look out for them. So they was in positions where they had to do whatever they had to do to make money. Like I said, y'all, we ain't never seen a RICO of a millionaire where no drugs was being sold. No drugs was being sold. That just lets you know. That just lets you know everything you need to know about it right there. That lets you know he wasn't close to these guys like he's like the state is trying. It's like the state is a legend. We ain't got no bricks, no keys, no pounds of bud. It ain't no nothing. Thug wasn't fucking with them niggas. He only used them when he needed them for the image. He used them for the image. They used Thug for the lifestyle. And that's why all of them is in this situation right now. Because the friendships wasn't organic. They wasn't real friendships. It was two groups of people using each other. That's what it is, though, man. But like I say, y'all, with Thug, what Brian Steele and them should have did is ask for a change of venue. And they kind of dropped the ball with that. You say you need Alex Baldwin lawyer? Who's that asking? Yo, but shit, we got already in this live, but I appreciate everybody that tapped in, yo. Don't forget to hit the Cash App to support the platform if you can. You know, we're gonna be going live tomorrow, probably around like 11. You know how we do on the afternoon, evening tip. It's another day of Keep It G News, and I'm out.